Welcome to yoga. Thanks for coming. All right, so today we're gonna, as I said in the email, we're going to kind of appreciate winter and two aspects of it. I noticed when it snowed last week, our first snow, you know, and I went outside and it was so quiet and still. It was really a nice thing. And until the neighbor kids came and started sliding down our hill, which is, we welcome them and love that. But that was the end of the silence. So winter, also there's, you know, it's dark, more hours of darkness. And so sometimes darkness is portrayed as like a negative thing, bad. But in nature's cycle, in the winter and more darkness, think about the seeds that are under the ground, kind of building up for their emergence in the spring. And some animals hibernate, and in human beings, we don't do that, but every night when we go to sleep, it's dark, we sleep, and that's a time for our bodies to renew and heal. That happens while we're sleeping, so that darkness. So, for 9 months, as we're gestating in our mother's wombs, we are protected in darkness to give us a safe environment for development. So anyway, so today in practice, we're gonna just, on the mat, just see what can come from that inner looking that happens with darkness, looking within instead of without. So if you, as much as you can, as we practice, see what it's like to close your eyes. Now obviously, if you know, if it's not comfortable, you can just have a soft gaze, close them so you can just see a little bit. And we're going to take pauses. So winter is a time for nature, kind of a pause in certain things, and we're going to appreciate the pauses. We're going to take longer pauses between our poses, often going into child's pose, so coming in. Child's pose is like a child in the womb, curled up like that. Just to find some peace, some quiet, some renewal. And so focusing on the moments of the spaces of stillness between poses, between breaths, between thoughts. So anyway, that's what we're gonna do. So we're also gonna start off a little differently. So we're gonna start on all fours. We're gonna do our centering in child's pose. So, but before, we're not gonna go directly into child's pose. We're gonna start on all fours and kind of warm up our spine a little bit with some cat-cows. And then when we do go back into child's pose, get any supports that will allow you to just really relax down. So something for your head, a blanket between your knees, anything that can make it really restorative. Okay, so all fours, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, and just begin some gentle cat-cows. So moving with your breath, inhaling, extend your spine, lift your tailbone, maybe your chin a little bit. Exhale, push the mat away. So very slow and gently starting here, just to get your spine a little juiced up for the child's pose. So start here establishing a slow, deep, even breath. And let the breath initiate the movement. Exhaling in cat, inhaling in cow. Okay, just a couple more. Really try to stay with the breath. Okay, the next time you come to an exhale, settle back into child's pose. So close your eyes, make sure you're, take enough time so that you can really just relax into this. So give your body any support it needs. And bring your awareness inside. And just listen to your body. So I have a little poem by Rumi, who is a 13th century, he was a theologian and a poet, and this is from Rumi. There is a voice that doesn't use words. Listen. So, without words, just listen. See what your body is saying to you. Also notice emotions, and if your brain is busy with thoughts and words, just notice that and don't attach. Just take a little bit more time to see inside, look within. Think about breathing into your back heart. So since your front body is contracted, the back ribs will expand, allowing the breath to come into the lungs. Just be aware of the quiet, the peace, the calm in this pose. And then if you'd like, take a moment to create an intention for your practice. Something positive. And just store that away in your mind to revisit when you need to renew your focus. And then come back up into all fours. And we're going to move slowly and mindfully through a few rounds of earth salutation. So start with a flat back and tabletop. Lengthen out through the crown of your head, through your tailbone. Press down into the mat with your hands, your palms, fingers, the tops of your lower legs, your tops of your feet. Take an inhale. Exhale. Come on back into child's pose, but not to stay. Take a breath here. Inhale, back up to tabletop. Exhale. take another breath in tabletop. Inhale and exhale, come into downward facing dog. Lift your hips, stretch your tailbone up to the ceiling, shake your head yes and no. Press your heels toward the mat, knees can be bent. Little or a lot. Take a breath here. Inhale back to all fours. Exhale here. And take another full breath. Inhale, lengthen out. The crown of the head, tailbone. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, child's pose. We're doing just a little bit of an extension of each pose with another breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale back to all fours. Exhale in all fours. Inhale. And exhale, downward facing dog. And take a couple breaths in down dog. Slow, deep, even breath. And then inhale back to all fours, and if you have blocks, you can set them up in front. I'll show you what we're going to do. We're just going to step the right foot forward. Now I need a blanket under my, or I like a blanket under my knees for this. So we're going to step forward with the right foot and come into a low lunge. So the left knee on the mat, stretching the back of the front of the left thigh. And if you don't have to use the blocks, but if you want to, you can bring the floor up. So just lengthen up, maybe look up a little bit. Let's take a few breaths in this lunge. Slow, deep, even breath. Maybe sinking a little more on the exhale, so opening the front of the left hip. Okay, then take the right knee back and step forward with the left foot. So just lunge on the other side. Lengthen up. Each inhale, lengthen. Exhale, maybe open the front hip of the right hip a little more. Okay, then bring the left foot back and come into another child's pose. So finding stillness between poses. Just settle back down for about, 3 to 5 breaths. Slow, deep, even breaths. Rest and restore. Okay, then inhale, come up and come over onto your seat. You can sit up on a blanket or a block if you want to raise your hips up a little bit. So just easy cross-legged if that's comfortable. And sit with a nice tall spine. So root down through your sits bones and lift up through the crown of your head. So like a half mountain. But not over efforting. Relax your face, your jaw, your neck. Close your eyes if that works for you. We're going to start with some just lateral bends. So inhale, take your left arm up, your right hand down next on the mat next to your hip. Exhale to the right. Inhale, right arm up, left hand down. Exhale to the left. Keep your arm over your ear as best you can. And we'll just do that a few more times moving. Inhale, side bend to the right. Press down through your left hip and out through your left fingertips. Inhale up, exhale the other side. Pressing down through the right hip. And one more time to each side. Inhale up, exhale down. This time hold this side. So each inhale, reach out and down through your hip. Exhale, maybe go a little more. Couple more breaths. And then inhale, other side, left lateral, arm over ear. You can take your gaze up to the upper hand if you want. You can bend your left elbow a little more. Couple breaths here. And then inhale up, bring both hands down. And take your, reaffirm your tall, straight spine. Root down, lift up. Take your right hand on your left knee, your left hand behind you, but keep everything else straight forward. Inhale, lengthen up, and then bring your belly in and up, and begin to twist to the left. And then each time you come to an inhale, lengthen again. Exhale, maybe come around a little more, but don't force it, and your head can come around the last part, if that feels okay. So just a gentle twist here. And as you hold it, inhale, each inhale, lengthen up, and exhale, soften, belly in. That helps protect your low back. So your lower spine flexes and extends, but isn't that great at twisting. So you want the twist to be in your thoracic, maybe up to your cervical spine. One more breath. And then on an inhale, bring your head around first, and then your shoulders, and then your hands. So you come out of the twist the opposite way that you went in. Okay, very nice. And we'll do the other side. So left hand to right knee, right hand behind. Start by facing forward, lengthen up, bring your belly in, and then begin to twist the shoulders around your upper chest and maybe your neck on the exhale. And then continue just like that, inhaling, lengthen, exhaling, maybe a little more of a twist, but don't force it. Find a place that feels good. And just stay there, shoulders down from the ears, face and jaw relaxed. And then on an exhale, start from the top, bring your head and shoulders around, and then your hands. Very nice. All right, now we're gonna do, this is gonna be the pause after that, and it's, to me, it's gonna be a mini meditation. I don't know if any of you practice meditation. I highly recommend it, but it's definitely an important part of yoga. So we're just gonna do a mini one here. So it's tall, straight spine, hands comfortably somewhere on your legs. Close your eyes. If closing your eyes isn't comfortable, just have a soft gaze down onto the mat in front of you. So relax your face, jaw, neck, shoulders down from the ears. Just gently root down and lift up. And then follow your breath. So the point of meditation is to not attach to thoughts, or just to come inside and kind of be empty and open. So it's one method of staying in focus is to follow your breath. Just follow the inhale all the way up and the exhale all the way down. Another thing that I use often if my mind's really busy is I count the breaths. So inhale 1, exhale, I kind of think ah or something. But just to, if your mind starts to wander and you are starting to have words and labels, you can come back to the breath. Or you can say a mantra like peace or love or something calm. So whatever you use to keep bringing you back out of your thinking mind, try that. So I'm going to time it for 1 minute. So just start. Okay, that was a minute. So now we're going to transition up to standing. So come on to your hands and knees. And tuck your toes, lift your hips up, back, downward facing dog. Stretch out in this, just maybe pedal your feet a little bit. And then look up between your hands and walk your feet up between your hands, coming into a forward fold. Knees bent a little or a lot. And bring your belly in and up. Let the weight of your upper body and your head just lengthen out your low back. So this is a forward fold. Forward folds are calming as they close off the sense organs in the front of your body and help you to come inside. And now inhale, put your hands on your shins and come halfway up, lift, lengthen out. Exhale, fold, and then press into your feet, come all the way up, spread your fingers, palms together, hands down to your heart space. And we're going to have make mountain pose, so press into your feet, how to set this up. Don't ever just rush into it though. Make sure you always start from your foundation. Nice, 4 corners of the feet, and then stack hips over ankles, shoulders over hips, ears over shoulders. Make sure you bring your shoulders up, back down, open your chest, spread your fingers, palms face forward, close your eyes if you have the balance or have a soft gaze. And this is a restorative, a resting type posture coming within. Follow your breath. You can make it a little mini meditation. Hear what your body's saying. Okay, then we're gonna do some movements, some forward folding movements. So inhale, arms come up, fingers spread. Exhale, bend your knees as you come forward and bring your arms behind you and up. And then inhale, back up. Exhale, down, arms back. We'll do it 3 more times. In movement to your own breath. I don't know if that was 3. Let's do 1 more. And when you come into the forward fold, take your hands behind your back, clasp your hands behind your back, stay in the forward fold, knees bent a little or a lot, and lift your arms up, shoulder blades together, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and lift your arms up if that's available. And just take, this is called Yoga Mudra. It's a forward bend and a heart opener, chest opener. Strengthens the upper back. Take 2 more deep breaths here. And then undo your arms, come all the way up to standing, and just take organic movement. So just move anything you want to, any way you want to after that. And then come to the front edge of your mat. Let's see, I don't think we need a block. We're going to do that same behind the back. Do a humble warrior. So start at toward the front edge of your mat, feet hip width apart, turn your left toes out and take a step back. And then find the right alignment so your right knee comes over your right ankle. Hips are square to the front edge. Okay, so this is the basic warrior 1 stance. We're going to do a little something different with the arms. So clasp your hands behind your back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, forward fold over to the inner edge of your right thigh. It's a little bouncy here, so take your time. This is called humble warrior. Then take your clasped hands and raise them up if that's available. Keep pressing into your feet. Close your eyes. It is kind of there's definitely balance involved here. So if closing your eyes doesn't work, you can have a soft gaze. Okay, 2 more. Slow, deep breaths. And then push into your feet, come all the way up. Nice. And take your left foot forward. Move it out any way you want. Okay, other side. So right toes go out, right leg comes back. Find the bend. your foundation. Make sure your hips are, the right hip come forward a little bit. Shoulders squared. And then clasp your hands behind your back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, come forward to the inside of your right thigh. And raise your arms behind. Slow, deep, even breath. See if you can find a feeling of calm, stability in the pose. One more breath. And then come back up. And bring your foot forward. And we'll do a couple of half suns. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Knees bent a little or a lot. Inhale, half lift. Reach out. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Down the midline. And one more. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. And hands down the midline. Okay, now we'll do a balanced pose. So spread your feet more than hip width, a little bit wider. So remember when we did the pendulum, we just rocked side to side. We're going to do that again. Maybe see if you can lift the one foot just briefly. So this is like fall and recover. Have a gaze point, something that's not moving.
It's all moving.
What?
It's all moving.
I know. Okay, then pause, and we're gonna try the heel thing. So, let's see, how did I figure this out? Wait a minute, I gotta see how, because remember when we went back on our heels, and that was hard. I had an idea about this.
It was a dream.
I don't know. No, I guess it is. So be on your, put most of the weight in your heels and then just transfer back and forth. But when you come down on the heel first, and then the rest of your foot. And see if you can maybe hold it a little bit. That's hard. Okay. All right, and then we're going to do a tightrope. So go to the back of your mat. Now, you could do this with your eyes closed if you wanted to have a little bit of a challenge. So we're going to walk to the front of our mat, just one foot in front of the other. And then we're going to walk back. So once you get to the front, then, and just try to keep them on. I like to have my arms out because it's like one of those real tightrope walkers. All right, so slowly, and you can try with your eyes closed. You really have to go slowly then. Whoa. Jeez. A little bit more.
Your eyes closed, it's hard.
What?
When your eyes are closed, it's really hard.
It's really hard. Okay, but we did it. Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we were supposed to take a pause. So come back to we've done some moving around, some challenging, so come back to mountain pose, Tadasana. And reconnect with your breath. Bring your awareness inside, listen to what your body is saying. You might feel energy moving around from that. You might have accumulated some tension from that balancing part. Just relax, release. Relax your eyes and your cheeks and your jaw. Let your teeth be a little bit apart. And see if you can just bring a little smile and practice feeling the effects of that, because I've learned that the little smile, you can really feel it after some practice. Somehow moves up into your skull. So let this be a little meditation here. Just stay with your breath. Repeat a mantra that's positive if that helps you to stay focused. Three more breaths. Okay, then open your eyes, and we're going to come down onto our seat again. So inhale up, exhale, fold forward, bend your knees a lot, bring your hands to the mat, step back into downward facing dog. Inhale your knees to the mat, feet out to the side, and come onto a seat. Okay, you might want a strap here. We're going to do a couple of forward folds. So let's start with the left foot out, left leg extended, right foot to the inside of the left thigh. So it can help to be up on a blanket, give you a little head start here. And you can have blocks or strap. So what we're going to do is come into a forward fold over our left leg. So first turn your trunk kind of in line with your left leg. If you want a strap, put it around the ball of your left foot. You can have your hands on blocks, or later on, when we get down a little bit, you can support your head on a block. But start this way. Okay, so inhale, nice long spine. Every time we take an inhale, we're going to reaffirm the long, straight spine. And then exhale, start to fold forward. You can walk your hands out on the mat or pull back gently on the strap, but you want to keep your spine long and straight, and so that you're as if your chest is heading toward your foot. Okay, so no rounding right now. So whatever's, inhale, lengthen out, exhale, fold forward right at the hip crease, bring your belly in and up, protects the low back, and let there be a little micro bend in your left knee, so you're not locking your left leg. Little bend there. each time you inhale, lengthen out like you want to touch your top of your head to your foot. And exhale, keep that little bend and come forward on the exhale. Close your eyes. Soften, but keep your integrity of your spine nice and long. Now, if you want to bring your head down, you can balance it on a block. So that can help you relax a little bit and soften. Let the muscles on the back of your left leg relax and lengthen. Okay, then on an inhale, come back up using your hands if you need to. Very nice. Lengthen out your right leg and shake both legs out a little bit. And we'll do that to the other side. So right leg is extended, left foot to the inside of your right thigh. Set your blocks or your strap up. Lengthen up, face the right foot. Exhale, belly in, begin to hinge forward at your hips. Right knee a little bit bent, not locked. You can bend it more if you want. Inhale, each inhale lengthen. Exhale, lower. And when you find a place, like this is, I feel this in my left knee, so I'm going to move my foot a little bit, and I'm not going to come down any lower. I'm just going to keep lengthening and softening. Eyes closed if that works for you. If you want to drop your head, that makes it a little more of a, I don't know, inner looking focus. Okay, then walk your hands back up and spread your legs out. Do a wide leg forward bend. Here you might want to walk in the middle. So just a comfortable leg. Again, don't have your knees locked, so let there be a little micro bend. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, walk your hands forward, or you can walk them out along your legs, and you're going to feel stretch here. So find the place where your toes are pointing toward the ceiling. Find a place where the stretch is not too much, but something. And then just inhale, lengthen out. Exhale. Think about releasing and softening on the inner side of your legs. Inhale, lengthen, send the breath everywhere in your body like you're blowing it up like a balloon. Exhale, slow deep breath. And then walk your hands back. And we're going to come on to our backs. So, bend your knees, feet down, and then just lower down. Firm up your core here, and then roll back down. Now, keep your knees bent. Raise your right leg toward the ceiling. Turn the toes to the right, externally rotate, and bring your right ankle to your left knee. So a figure four alignment here. And we're going to move in, if it works for you, to something called rock your baby. So if it feels okay, draw your left knee into your chest. And then take your right arm around the outside of the right knee and cradle the ankle in your left arm. You can put your left foot down. So you're cradling, yeah, you got that. Okay, and then just rock, like you're rocking a baby. Just kind of moving that hip in and out, in and out. Rock the baby. If this doesn't work for you, you can do a happy baby. Just rock that hip back and forth. Okay, then raise the right foot back up to the ceiling and lengthen out as you slowly lower it down, slow as you can. Press your navel toward the mat. Firm up your core as you lower the right leg down. And then bend it to meet the left. And we'll do the rock the baby on the other side. So left foot up to the ceiling. Externally rotate, bring your left ankle to your right, above your right knee, and then just bring the left leg toward your chest, and then take your right arm around the ankle, cradle the knee in your left arm. That's nice. And then just rock the baby on this side. Or do happy baby. So just opening up the hip. So hip openers, twists, forward bends, help us to access the deep, dark interior of our bodies. Maybe release some tensions that are there. Okay, then raise the left foot, reach it up toward the ceiling. Activate your core, so press your lower back down into the mat as you slowly as you can, reaching out as you go. Lower the left leg to the mat. And then bend it to the right leg. And we're gonna do a reclined twist. So you can choose whether you wanna do a windshield wipe twist with both knees to one side, or lengthen out one leg and cross the other knee over, supine twist there. So just find some sort of a twist on your, on ones to the right. So, yeah, everybody gets that. settle in. So twists are really a nice compensation for any poses that we've been doing, so. So inhale, send the breath to the area of sensation, and exhale, soften somewhere. See if you can feel that release. So in a twist, you're kind of wringing out the organs, like wringing out a sponge or a washcloth. Not exactly like that, but the idea, getting some toxins, moving the lymph. Okay, then when you come to an inhale, come back to center. And just for a minute, bend both knees, press into both feet and kind of tap the back of your sacrum on the mat. Get yourself realigned, centered, and then take a twist on the other side. Doesn't have to be the same twist. Sides are different. Inhale, send the breath all to every cell. Exhale, soften, find release. Stillness. Okay, inhale back to center, and take any pose that your body's calling for, that you think would feel good, or that you miss doing, and just take a little time to do that. Give yourself that, and set up for Shavasana. And I'm going, and if you haven't tried an eye bag and would like to, that's a way of bringing darkness and helping you to see within, and it's very relaxing to have that weight on your eyes. So if you'd like an eye bag, I will bring it to you. You certainly don't have to have one. So make sure, does anybody want a blanket over you or anything? So Shavasana, let this be a very restorative pose. So eyes closed, and if that's comfortable, if that creates anxiety, just have a soft gaze. But this is chance to integrate all the things we've done in practice, which has been a lot of inward looking and pausing and stillness. Let's feel the support of the earth and the safety and security and no effort needed, and just surrender right to this present moment, each present moment. Begin to awaken your body with small movements. And bring yourself over onto your side or to a seat if you're ready for that. Just relax either place. Notice where you are at the end of your practice. So listen without words to the voice that doesn't use words, your voice inside. See how it's speaking to you now, and come on up. Sit with a nice, tall, straight spine. And let's take 3 breaths. Deep inhale through the nose and sigh it out. So inhale. And I invite you to bring your hands, palms together, thumbs at your heart space, and bow to your efforts today, to the gift you've given yourself to be still, to look within, to listen to your body, and to appreciate the rhythms of winter and what happens in darkness, the good things. Restore, rebuild, replenish. And I will remind you that off the mat, I will encourage you to find the moments of stillness in your day, to pause and breathe before moving on. And that could be a mini meditation, or just sitting quietly and looking out to the outdoors. The light in me bows to and honors the very same